Hello everyone, so now let's do basic lab for the switch. So I will show you, this is the packet tracer. In the packet tracer also we can do some basic lab to clear the concept. If you see, I have 2960, so let me take this 2960 switch. Okay, this is a 2960 switch. It is, imagine in your organization, later we will do big lab for your organization scenario, but now let's take, imagine you have one switch in your company. I will give the name as a switch 1. Okay, and you have one your laptop. This is a brand new switch. Imagine this is a brand new switch. Okay, this is a brand new switch in your organization. Your manager told you to set up the basic stuff and give the technician so they can install in the server room. Okay, so this is in your office. You will later you will go to server room. Now this is in your desk. You put this switch in your desk and you take the console cable and you connected the console cable to the console port of the switch and you connect it to your laptop. Your laptop you are using RS232 port. Okay, but depend which model of switch you are using. Nowadays new switches are coming with the USB port and the console cable also present inside that box. So you can no need to buy separate console cable or carry separate console cable. It is there by default inside the box of the Cisco new latest switches. USB both the end, you will connect USB here, you will connect USB here, and here in your computer you will install the putty software. Okay, and you will open your computer and you will imagine this is a terminal, but imagine this is a putty software. You will put the default value, you will press OK. When you press OK, you will have the CLI like this. Okay, this is the CLI of the switch. This is the brand new switch. In your organization you have the brand new switch. Let me move this here. In your organization you have the brand new switch, and what you will do now, your manager told you, they give you some IP, they told assign this IP to this switch, management IP, so later we can access this switch by using this IP, and they told you enable the SSH and Telnet in the device so we can easily access this device. Or let me write down the task here, what task we are going to do. Your manager told first host name. Okay, he told you give the host name, that is give the name to the switch as a switch 1. In the real scenario they will give different names. You will have lot of complex name, SWXX1200 something, but here for lab purpose I am giving simple name. And he told you first thing change the host name, second thing he told you assign the IP. Okay, he told you assign management IP, so you need to assign one IP so you can access this device with that IP later. And third is what we can say, third task he told you configure the telnet. Okay, telnet. And fourth task also he give you configure SSH also. So this is the basic task your manager give you before sending this device to the server room, before giving to the installation team. Before giving to installation team he told you to configure this and give this. Okay, so what we done, we use the console cable. This is a console cable, you connected here the console cable. You are using the putty software. Putty, most of the time we are using putty only, but you have lot of software you can use other than putty also, but most of the time I am using putty only. I saw in many organization all are using putty only, but depend company to company, they can use super putty, there is different also. Okay, and now we have here, so let's do our configuration as per our manager ticket, or we can say manager assignment we will do here. So first thing I am accessing the brand new switch. Okay, I will write enable. Why I am writing en? To move from the user mode to privilege mode. After that I will write config t. Now I am in the global configuration mode, so I move from the privilege mode to the global configuration mode. After that I will write host name, and name we can give SW1. As per your manager you are writing the SW1, he give that name, but in real scenario they will give you this is access layer switch 1 or different name you will have where we are installing this switch. Depending upon that one they will give you different name. After that he told assign the IP address, right? He told you assign the IP address for the management purpose. So we are keeping one VLAN we are keeping one VLAN for management purpose, like we will have VLAN 100, VLAN 200, different VLAN we are keeping for management purpose, but for the lab purpose I will use the VLAN 1. But in the real scenario we will not use the VLAN 1 as a management VLAN, we will use any other different VLAN, okay. But now I am using as a VLAN 1. If you want, we can write do show VLAN brief just to check. VLAN 1 is a default VLAN. We are not using default VLAN for this purpose, but for the lab purpose I am using this one now. So I need to assign the IP address to the VLAN so I can access that device from the remotely. Maybe you are saying if we do like if we assign the IP address to the interface, why we assign to the VLAN? We cannot assign the IP address to the interface here. I will show you. Let me show you the interface. I am inside the global configuration mode. I need to run the show command, then I need to write do here because I am inside the global configuration mode. If I am not inside the global configuration mode, then I can write directly show command, but now I am inside the global configuration mode, so I will write do show IP interface brief just to check the interface status. If you see, this is a switch, it is having this all interface, okay. And maybe you will say I will assign the IP to this interface. Why we will assign to the IP to the VLAN? I will assign to the IP to this interface. This is a layer 2 switch, we cannot assign, it will not accept. Let's check that one. I will write interface fast Ethernet 0 by, what is the interface? Fast Ethernet 0 by 1, okay. Interface fast Ethernet 0 by 1 and press enter. And how we will assign the IP? We will write IP address, then write whatever 192.168.1.1, give space 255.255.255.0. See, it is not accepting. Why it is not accepting? Because this is a layer 2 switch. In the layer 2 switch we cannot assign the IP address to the interface. If it is layer 3 switch, then what we will do, we will write no switch port, but this command is not working here, okay. If I write this one and if I type here, see here no switch port, we have different option here: access, mode, negotiation, port security, priority, protected, trunk, voice, but we don't have no switch port option here, so we cannot assign the IP address to the interface. So what we need to do, we can assign to the VLAN as we are doing in the load balancer. Load balancer F5 is having the interface, but we cannot assign the IP to that interface. So what we are doing, we are creating the VLAN, we are assigning the IP to the VLAN, and then we are adding that VLAN to that particular interface. In the load balancer F5 LTM we are doing that one, but here same thing, but we will not add any interface. Just what we will do, we will not assign the IP address to that interface, we will assign the IP address to the VLAN. So we have already VLAN 1, but in the real scenario we will have the different number, or if you want I will create different number only, or anyhow for lab purpose VLAN 1 we can use. So I will write interface. How we can assign the IP address to the VLAN? If I want to assign the IP address to the VLAN, I need to go inside that VLAN, I need to go under that VLAN. How we will go? I will write int, that is interface VLAN 1. When I write this command interface VLAN 1, I am inside this VLAN. If you see here config if, means we are under this one, we move under this interface. Which interface? VLAN 1. Now we can assign the IP. I will write IP address 192.168. Whatever IP your manager give you. For lab purpose I will take 1.100, okay. I am taking 1.100 for lab purpose, but in the real scenario you will have the IP plan. In the organization they will have the IP plan. In that IP plan you will have all the IP schema, which device, what name we should give, which cable connect to which port, what are the IP we need to assign. This all everything is present in the documentation in the real scenario. So we need to take the IP plan and we need to check that one, what we have IP, and we can assign that IP, okay. So this one is the, I put the subnet. Same thing as we assign the IP to the router, same thing. This is a class C IP, this is a class C IP. I am writing the class C subnet mask. After that we need to write no shut. When we write no shut, this port will move up and we can check we have the VLAN. If I press Ctrl Z, then write show IP interface brief, and if you see here we will have the this one, this is a new one. VLAN 1 and this is the IP we assign, and this port is up and we did not connect anywhere, that's why it is down here. Okay, because that port is not connected to anyone. Now VLAN 1 is not connected, the protocol is down. If I connect some device, then it will move up. But now what I done, I created the IP, I assigned the IP to the VLAN 1. Now after that, what we can do, we can configure basic stuff like he told enable the telnet. Okay, so I will go in the config T. Okay, I go in the config T, I will create the local user. Local user we need, right? We are not using Cisco ICE now, we are not using Active Directory. If we have the Active Directory now, we can integrate with the Active Directory. So whenever user is trying to access the device, it will check with the Active Directory. Or if we are using Cisco ICE, they will check with the Cisco ICE and they will give the confirm the login detail. But now we are not having, in this lab we are not having the Cisco ICE, we don't have the Active Directory, we are not using any firewall database, we are using local database. So I will write username is admin, password is admin, and I am putting the enable password. We can put enable password, enable secure password, both are having its small difference, that is it will be encrypted, that will be in the clear text. So I put the secure password, that is enable password. I created user, I enable the enable password. Now let's do LAN VTY 0 to 4. Okay, login local. This is a telnet configuration, already we discussed. If you remember, already we done for the router. What here, this is the user, where we done here only, right? This is a username and enable password, and LAN VTY 0 to 4 we use, here we use 0 to 2. So now we enable the telnet. Now we can access. How we will access? We need to write this IP. If you want to telnet this device, we need to write this IP. So let me take any machine, or let me take any machine. I will take one computer. Okay, this is my computer. My computer should have the IP also, and here you can write management IP or device management IP. I will write here device management IP or the VLAN 1 I am using for management purpose, and the IP we assign here, I think 192.168.1.100. I remember like this. We will see what IP we assign. And this one, this machine, this is a PC one. Imagine this is your desk, or you have another computer. Okay, this is your computer, or any guy computer, any other network engineer computer. He connected his machine to the switch. Okay, he connected his machine to the switch, and here we need to have the IP also to this computer. So we need to have the same network. You need to remember same network. Okay, if you use different network, then they cannot communicate. We need to put the router in between. So now I will use 1.1. Okay, 1.1. This is a 1.1. I will go to the desktop. I will assign the IP 192.168.1.1, and default subnet mask we are using. We did not done any subnetting anything. Whatever default we have, we are using that one. That's all. Okay, so I done here. If you see, this is my machine. Okay, let me move this here, or let me make this little small, something like that, so we can see everything here. Let me move here. I make actually more zoom, that's why. Okay, so this is my computer. I am trying to access this device. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to the command prompt CMD. You can use putty also. Now I am doing in the CMD. First I will check what is my IP to my machine. If you see, this is the IP to the machine. I don't have default gateway because I am not going outside. If you are going outside to your network, you need default gateway, but I am not going outside, inside only. So I have the IP. Now let me see I can telnet or not. I will write telnet, and then I will write 192.168. What is IP? 1.100. I think 1.100. If you see, I am able to telnet, right? They open the telnet port is open, and they are asking me put the username. Username is admin and password is admin. Okay, and I am able to access my switch. Imagine this is your putty software, or this is your CMD. In your company, if you go like this CMD, you can do here. You can write here telnet and write the IP. But if you remember, in the Windows 10 they disable this one. Why? For the security purpose. So you need to enable. You need to go in the some setting and enable. Example, if I write here telnet, okay, google.com port 443, I am telnetting the Google server for the HTTPS, but see, telnet is not recognized as the internal or external command. Okay, they are unable to recognize this because security purpose by default the Microsoft disable this one. So if you want to enable, there is lot of video in the YouTube, we can check and we can enable some small steps. Just go and enable in the some setting, so it is working. Or if you want to use the in the company, in the real scenario, we will use the putty software. Just we will open the putty and we will go here. What we are doing telnet, and here put that device IP, whatever IP I put here, and press OK. You are able to access that device, okay, like this way. So now I am able to access the switch. So what I done here, I configure the telnet, but here I did not assign the IP because this is a layer 2 switch. In layer 2 switch, we cannot assign the IP address. If you want to assign the IP address to the layer 2, where we will assign into the VLAN, okay, interface VLAN 1, VLAN 100, whatever VLAN you have for the management, device management purpose, whatever VLAN you are using, we will assign to that IP, and after that we will create the telnet or SSH, simple whatever we do before, and enable password is here, admin. And if you want to check what I done here, show run, if you see, only this is the command, I assign the IP to the VLAN 1, okay, and this is the configuration what I done, 02, I wrote this one from here to here, okay. If you want, I will enable the SSH also. SSH also easy. If you remember just now what we done, same thing we need to do, we need to create the domain, okay. So we can do from here also. What I will do, I will go in the global configuration mode. I need to define the domain, so I will write IP domain name ABC, anything I can give, IP domain, maybe here it is not supporting, let me see, IP domain name, okay, domain name, okay, domain name I can give ABC, okay, you can use any name, and then crypto key we need to generate, same configuration, RSA, press enter, we can give anything, I am giving 789, anything we can give, it is generated, okay, 789 it is generated. I need to enable the version 2, by default version 1 is enabled. If we want to enable version 2, we will write IP SSH and then version 2, okay, and press enter, we enable version 2. After that what we will do, we will write the line VTY 024 or 022 whatever, then transport input SSH, okay, and then login local. Already we have the username and password, already we have the local user, okay. Show run, if you want to check local user, you can check user, this one, so show run pipe session user, if you see this is the user, already I have this user. What I done here, I write show run pipe, then section, and then a keyword, whatever I want to check. If I write show run, it will show me all detail, and I need to check here what is the user. So instead of doing that one and checking here where I created user, what is the name of that user, instead of going here checking that one, I done in shortcut way, I wrote here show run pipe session, and you can write the keyword if you want to check for the user, or if you want to check for what IP or anything, you can put directly, that will show you here. So this is a user already I have. So now we can access with SSH also this device. So let me exit this device. I exit now. How we will access? If I want to access, I am here, I am in this computer, I am trying to access this switch. I am in this computer, I am trying to access this switch. So what I am writing here, I will write SSH -L, and then we need to write the username. What is the local username? Admin. And what is the IP of the VLAN what we assign? 192.168.1.100, and press enter. Okay, they are asking the password, right? Password is admin. So now you are able to access with the SSH. Okay, so it will be encrypted. So this way we can do for the switch. Okay, I will exit. This is for the layer 2 switch. Layer 3 also we can do same concept. Layer 3 also, if you want to do for interface also we can do, but we need to write no switch port. Okay, we will see that later.